guys, it's the
Welcome to my first ever video
here on my YouTube channel. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, like this video, and also turn on post notifications so you never miss an upload on my YouTube channel. So judging foremost by the title of this video, December, I think the end of December, that's when I started brainstorming some ideas about starting a clothing brand because I didn't have an idea of how to start a clothing brand and what to do when you're in the middle of a situation of starting a clothing brand. So I was like, okay, I went to my YouTube and then I started searching on how to start an online clothing brand. So I also searched on how to name your clothing brand, your online clothing brand, because I didn't want to do a store whereby it's real life and then you have to go there and buy like Mr. Price, what they do, like the store, the official store. So I wanted to do an online one whereby I could just create the merch. I was like, okay, I'll do an online one whereby like Shein. Yeah, I don't know if I pronounced that right, but it's Shein. Before I started clothing brand, I needed to do a research and see on how to start a clothing brand before I could just jump into things and be like, okay, I need to start a clothing brand without even knowing what are the consequences of starting a clothing brand. Because I followed Donatella Versace, John Galliano, all those designer people, I got the idea on what I was gonna do. And because I also like street culture whereby people wear hoodies, beanies, those type of clothes, like clothes for our new generation. I didn't want to do designer clothes like whereby I have to do pieces. It takes me maybe 2 weeks to do one piece and stuff. I just wanted to, do things easily and go easy on myself, because globally there are 80% of people who don't like designer clothes and who just like street culture, street fashion, and those type and there's 20% of people who like designer clothes. Either way, I'm just estimating. I didn't do my research, so yeah. So
Coronavirus!
At the end of December, that's when I started brainstorming some ideas, and then that's after my new year. Let's just skip the story to January. Mid-January, I was like, okay, I think I've done much research on starting a merch shop, an online clothing brand, if you will. I was like, okay, I did a lot of research, so I need to get into this, start saving up some money so that I can start my online clothing brand. I didn't want to rush into things. I was like, okay, let me take things step by step and see the process and how to do this, because it's my first time obviously starting a clothing brand, and first time. So yeah, I told my parents that I needed to start my own clothing brand which has my name in it, period, because why not? Yeah, that's when I started talking to my parents. I had a meeting with my parents and I told them that I needed to start my own clothing brand. I just sat with them and then told them that, mom, dad, I need to start this clothing brand thing because things have been such a roller coaster. I don't even get a chance to like be with myself, do things to impress me. I always find a way to impress other people, whereby I also need to impress myself. So I was like, okay, mom, dad, this is what I need to do. I need to start a clothing brand and I need your help with some finances. They'll be like, Deboko, you have something in your mind and we already know that you need money. Obviously, the baddie needs money. So yeah, after telling them that I need to start my own online clothing brand, they were like, okay, so how are you gonna do things all by yourself? And I was like, okay, I'm gonna find a way to do things on myself, all by myself. And then they're like, okay, we don't have a problem, we will support you financially, but just be careful about scams and everything that has to do with scams, because there are a lot of scams. There are a lot of, you know, hackers around here, people who can steal you. Parents have this fear of us getting kidnapped, and that's really good of parents. That really shows that they really care about us. So yeah, that's what they told me, and I was like, okay, I'll take care, I'll be careful about scams, I will not answer for each and every single thing that I see on the internet. And then yeah, so I posted it on my WhatsApp status, and I'm not gonna be name dropping because I just don't like beefing. I don't like violence, you know? So I posted it on my WhatsApp status, and that's where this person saw this. We're just gonna name her, let's see, Lungile. Okay. So Lungile sees this on my WhatsApp status, and then Lungile texts me and tells me that he likes, we're just gonna, you know, we're not gonna be name dropping. This is not name dropping, by the way. I don't even know who is Lungile, but we're just gonna call this person Lungile. So Lungile texts me and tells me that, okay, I see that you have a clothing brand coming up, and I really need to support you in this. I like clothes, and okay, we can do this together. And I was like, okay, that's really a good idea, because I also needed someone who is gonna help me with all the social media platforms for the business. And Lungile was like, okay, I will help you, because Lungile is, you know, is well known and is a social media, maybe content creator or social media influencer type. Okay, I was like, okay, I saw Lungile's Instagram, TikTok. He's a very nice person. I saw all his socials, and I was like, okay, this is the right person I need in the business. So I was like, okay, so how are we gonna do this? I liked, you know, conversating with Lungile. Like, we used to call each other. He was basically maybe my friend, let's just say, from 10th grade. So Lungile is such a nice person. So yeah. Okay, Lungile is well known, right? What? Okay, we used to talk on the phone, and I used to brainstorm some ideas, and Lungile also used to tell me like ideas. And okay, the first name I named my business was like jote.co, but Lungile was like, okay, let's do this an apparel shop whereby we sell everything, bottles to bracelets to accessories to hoodies to beanies, everything that has to do with an apparel shop. And I was like, okay, that's a great idea. Let's just name it Jote Apparel. So he was like, okay, it's okay. Let's just name it that. I created the Facebook, I created the TikTok, and I created all the socials, and then shared the passwords with Lungile, so that he has the access to all the social media platforms of Jote Apparel. Lungile was okay with everything happening, and yeah, we used to call each other. By the way, that's when like the school was closed. Yeah, it was before we reopened for term 1. Yeah, so everything was okay. I used to text Lungile and be like, okay, Lungile, let's do this, let's post this on the social media platforms. And I was like, okay. And I was like, okay, I will just give you this position of being, you will manage the social media platforms. And Lungile was okay with that. And I was like, okay, I'll just do the printing, the buying of the material, and I'll just do that on my own. I don't need your help. You will just help me with the social media platforms, going live and sharing the merch and doing giveaways. I don't give a just do everything that you have to do on the social media platforms. But Lungile was like, okay, I would like to help you go all around looking for the materials,